Meat and eggs will set you up for a solid start to the day. We've got ranch-style breakfast today in the Studio 5 kitchen. That is much more than just scrambled eggs. Neal has a unique approach to summer breakfast. So good to see you. I love being in the kitchen with you because you're so creative, you're so fun. And with this particular idea, you're starting the night before, right, with dinner leftovers.
Yeah, the night before, a few days before, even a week before, because when you think about what you eat at a barbecue, those kind of things, once they're cooked, they can last in the fridge for a week.
We can stretch those out.
Yeah, and I love that. I love having that in the fridge going, which morning am I going to make this?
So,
do you know what I mean?
Any sort of barbecue leftovers, you're challenging us to think ahead.
I limited it to 3. I had more ideas, but I limited it to 3 to kind of give you a couple of options.
Okay.
I wanted to start with just your watermelon. I mean, we just went up the canyon last night. Totally got rained out, by the way.
Oh, shoot.
Total rained out. But anyway, so we did not make s'mores or eat much watermelon. But I had leftover watermelon. So here's my big tip. Never throw away your watermelon. You know how when a watermelon gets a little too ripe or just
you don't quite know what to do with it.
Or like there's bits and pieces at the bottom. I never throw that away. I just throw it in my blender or my food processor, freeze it.
Okay.
Like so, and then you've got precious watermelon juice.
What do we do with that?
All sorts of things with it. But I made a Bellini. So Bellini is a traditional brunch drink, usually alcoholic. I made mine as mocktail with Pellegrino instead.
Yummy.
So it is kind of one of those things you want to dish up. You can put your watermelon in right before, but then add the Pellegrino right before serving.
It's light, it's refreshing.
You got that nice fizz, it's super refreshing, and it's pretty.
Okay.
And then I just made some skewers with some basil and some leftover watermelon
beautiful.
cubes.
That would be a great baby shower.
Yeah,
too,
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
All right, what's next?
Okay, so let's go to baked beans because I love baked beans.
Do you?
Don't you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, okay.
I'm
honestly,
not extremely passionate about them. But
the Pioneer Woman baked bean recipe,
it's
awesome.
Life-changing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's life-changing, but it's really delicious.
Oh, come on, you just got so excited. Then you're going to back down from life-changing?
Okay, so I always make extra because I like having extra around. I'm kind of that kind of a gal. So I'm going to show you this first one.
Yeah.
So have you ever been to Britain and they've had like beans on toast?
No.
Look it up, Google it. It is the most boring thing to look at because literally it's a piece of toast with like beans on it.
But it's a thing.
So, but we're going to, I call this American style because we like pretty things, right?
Yes, we do.
So you're just going to start with a nice, crusty, thick loaf. Bread toasted.
Okay.
And you're just gonna dish on your yummy beans and be generous
Preferably
with them.
the Pioneer Woman's recipe, as I'm learning.
Yes,
from Neal.
they're all good. Everybody's I've tried is good. And then and this isn't much avocado. I would do a whole half of an avocado, and just gonna spread that on.
Beautiful.
And then I'm just frying up an egg.
Okay.
Over easy, and then while we're waiting for that, what really makes it is some really nice garden fresh tomatoes.
Yum.
Like that just like elevates everything. I had these little cherry tomatoes, but if you didn't have that and you just had like a big tomato, you could slice it and put it on and add it to the stack.
Look how pretty
so
this
just
plate is already.
What? Yeah. And then a nice over easy egg.
Here it comes.
Goes on top because I like them yolky. And then
what do we got?
I just got some green onions just to top it.
Look at you.
I didn't even put cheese on this one. So
yum.
Recipe number 1.
Yum.
Recipe number 2
is what?
Is crazy.
We like crazy. We count on you for crazy in the best sort of way.
This is kind of an old-fashioned dish, brunch dish.
Okay.
It's called eggs in Purgatory. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Yeah, and it's kind of had this resurgent with food bloggers recently.
Okay.
And you've heard of huevos rancheros,
yes,
and there's like a Middle Eastern version of it too. This is like an Italian version.
Okay.
And they call it eggs in Purgatory because the egg is supposed to represent the soul.
Oh.
And this is HE double hockey sticks.
It's spread enough to be that.
Yeah, and it's kind of fiery. What you can't taste by television is how spicy it is.
It's hot.
So you really want to make sure it's hot.
Okay.
So you're just gonna kind of get that simmering.
So there goes our soul. We're getting deep.
That's your soul, baby.
We're getting deep with this breakfast dish.
And then, so that's it. That's it. You just kind of make some room with your spoon. Now, I did in a big pan for the sample, and I put in 3. So depending on how large, like this one, you could put like probably 6.
What was the sauce? Sorry.
Eggs in it. This is just any marinara, your favorite. This is I roast tomatoes from my garden, onions, garlic.
Okay.
I added a touch of cream and a bunch of fresh herbs and stuff. But this is what's great about these recipes is it doesn't have to be anything specific. Just your favorite marinara sauce.
Whatever you got.
Now here's the trick, because I told you it was about barbecue, right?
Yes.
So I didn't do this, but I was at R&R barbecue, and I love their brisket. So leftover brisket goes right in the sauce, because my husband's always saying to me, is there meat in this?
Meat it up.
It drives me nuts.
Same.
Is there meat in this?
Same. Mark
so
asks the same
I'm
question.
like, yeah, there's meat in this.
Like a salad doth not a meal make in Mark's mind.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I must admit, these little chunks of meat when you're eating this is really fun.
Adds to
so
it.
any kind of slow cooked meat, it doesn't have to be brisket, could be meat off ribs, but true barbecue, not like hamburger barbecue. I mean like Texas barbecue. So all your slow cooked brisket, pulled pork, ribs and stuff like that is perfect because it's already cooked, right? So let me just tell you the technique on this real quick because I had to experiment a few times. If you like a yolky egg, do you like a yolky egg?
Yeah,
okay,
I can do
good.
yolky.
So I'm a yolky girl, and so what I like to do is cook this for about 5 minutes, just simmering. See the little bubbles? Making sure your sauce is simmering. See how it's turning white underneath there? So now it's poaching the egg from the bottom.
Okay.
To finish off the top to look like this, and let me move it over here.
Yes, yes.
And where's my dish? Okay.
This looks yummy and hearty and something my man would love.
But I tell you, and this has been sitting under the cameras for a while, but you got a piece of toast.
Yes, you do.
And you just break that off.
Okay.
Oh, doesn't that look good?
The crunch, the buttery crunch.
And then if you see, it's been sitting too long. If it's yolky, but you're dipping into the sauce. Like,
give it to me,
oh
girl.
yeah, sweetie.
Here.
It's just so good.
Oh, it was so good.
Not good. And that's it. That's so simple, but it really kind of elevates your breakfast. And, this is more of a brunch thing to me. This is like not get up at 7 o'clock and make it. This is like
midday meal.
Sleep in, linger in bed, and make it around 9 and 10.
Look at her plan her day. Look at her plan her day. I like your style.
And then I don't have to make lunch. I have like 2 meals in a day. So
I love it.
Doing all sorts of savings.
Great recipes, hearty breakfast, brunch, whatever you want to call it. We'll link you over to the recipes on Sue's blog. And hey, you have a class coming up too.
I do. It's called Fall Friends. If you've never made a card before, come. I'll walk you all through it. I've got 8 classes all over Utah starting Thursday, September 7th and going for a week.
You're a busy woman.
I am.
But you're hitting a lot of markers across the state. So I know we always get questions.
American Fork.
Yeah, we always get questions. Where can I find Sue? Well, hit up her blog. All of the location details will be there and get signed up for that fun fall card class. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.